Hi. So the reading strategy that I chose was the KWL chart. There are many different reading strategies out there that can be used for students of all ages, all learning types. I decided to use the KWL chart because I have even used it with younger students as old as 2 to 3 years old, or as young, I mean, to learn about what they think that they know about a book, what they want to know happened in the book, and then what they learned at the end of the lesson, or, something about, it could be an experiment, like making Play-Doh. How do you make it? What do you think is going to happen if we do this, and what they learned at the end. So a KWL chart is good to use for a variety of different types of research. For the example that I'm using it for, I was saying that they could use it for a book. So, or a book on certain topics. So a book on dolphins or sea life, and they would write down what they know. So what they already know, what they know about dolphins. Then they would write down what they want to know. So what questions do they want to learn, such as like, where do they live? Do they only live in cold water, warm water, that type of thing. And then at the end, the last letter is L, which means learn. So what did they learn after going through the books? So for this, you would need multiple books. I would say 3 books per kid, different books. They could all do different types of research. It doesn't all have to be on dolphins. I just specifically use that for my example. So they would need the books, they would need the paper, they would need the pens, or pencils, that type of material to write everything down and do everything with. Then it can be, like I said, it could be used in multiple grades from 2 to 3s to high school. It is beneficial for all levels of ELL students. Like I said, they don't have to use a lot of language when doing it, so they're learning how to write the words down as well as pronouncing it as well. And then this is my example of a KWL chart. So on here I wrote the topics, and it says dolphins, and then under no I wrote they live in water, they have tail and fins, they're mammals, they breathe through a blowhole. And then what I would want to know is, how long do they live for? How big are they? How long do they hold their breath? And what type of food do they eat? At the end of the lesson, I learned that dolphins communicate with each other. They only have one baby at a time. They eat fish, squid, and other type of crusties, like the algae type things. And then there's different types of dolphins, so it depends on what type of dolphin it is, depends on how big they grow. So like a bottlenose dolphin, it could weigh up to from 330 pounds to 440 pounds. And then there's other things that they could learn as well. Students will write down everything that they've learned or what they find interesting. The main goal of reading is comprehension, and this will give them a way to comprehend their reading because they have a goal. They want to find out what they're reading for. What's the reasoning behind their learning? Like, why are they reading a book on dolphins? What do they want to know? So I think that's why a KWL chart is really good, especially for ELLs, because they have a way to understand what they're reading and what they're trying to find.